Each day, in the quiet moments of dawn, when the world awakens with a gentle sigh, there lies an opportunity for the seeker to commune with nature, to forge a connection that transcends the mundane and taps into the essence of existence itself. For the human spirit, enshrouded in the trappings of modernity, craves the touch of ancient wisdom, the whisper of leaves and the song of flowing waters. In the middle of the large green forest, where the sunlight shines through the leaves, one must learn to attune their senses to the subtle symphony of the natural world. It begins with the breath, a conscious inhalation of the life force that permeates all things. The seeker must feel the rhythm of their own heartbeat harmonize with the pulse of the earth beneath their feet. In this synchrony, a doorway to a deeper understanding swings open, revealing a path to true spiritual awakening. The rustling leaves, like ancient manuscripts, hold secrets etched in the language of wind. They speak of cycles, of seasons, of birth and decay. To heed their teachings, one must learn patience, for wisdom is not imparted in haste. It opens up slowly, one layer at a time, like a flower, revealing its intricate design to those who pause to observe. Beside the murmuring brooks, one can find solace in the steady flow of water, a reminder of life's constant motion. Like the river that carves its course through rock and earth, so too does the seeker carve their path through the complexities of existence. To awaken spiritual wisdom is to recognize the ever-changing nature of reality and to flow with it, rather than resist. In the embrace of an ancient forest, one encounters the resilience of nature's denizens. Trees, towering sentinels, have stood witness to centuries of change. Their roots delve deep into the earth, anchoring them in the present while their branches reaches toward the sky. Here, we learn the true art of grounding. Each twinkling light, a distant sun, tells a tale of time and distance beyond human comprehension. To awaken spiritual wisdom is to fathom one's place in this cosmic tapestry, to recognize that the imagined self is but a fragment of a larger whole, a speck of stardust in an infinite expanse. The songs of birds, the cries of wolves, and the whispers of the wind carry messages from realms beyond the tangible. They are the voices of creatures attuned to nature's rhythms, messengers of a world that transcends the boundaries of the visible. To heed these voices is to listen not only with the ears, but with the heart, to understand that wisdom is not confined to human experience. In the silent depths of a forest glade, we may find a sacred space, a sanctuary where the veil between the seen and unseen grows thin. Here, one can enter into a communion with the spirit of the land, with the ancient guardians who have watched over these woods since time immemorial. In their presence, the seeker learns the language of reverence, of acknowledging the sacredness that permeates all of creation. As the seasons ebb and flow, so too does one's journey through the natural world. With each passing day, a deeper understanding takes root, and the boundaries that separate the self from nature begin to blur. Here we learn that to awaken spiritual wisdom is not a destination, but a perpetual journey, a dance with the ever-changing tapestry of existence. In the silent contemplation of a sunrise, the seeker glimpses the cyclical nature of life, the eternal rhythm of birth, growth, decay, and rebirth. We come to understand that death is not an end, but a transformation. In the presence of ancient stones, weathered by the passage of time, we can encounter the imprints of civilizations long past. They bear witness to the eons of human history, to the rise and fall of empires, and to the enduring spirit of the land itself. Here, one learns the lessons of humility, of recognizing the ever-changing nature of human endeavors, and of finding meaning in the timeless currents of existence. Through the seasons, we learn to attune to the subtle shifts in energy and to feel the flow of the life force that courses through the natural world. The seeker comes to understand that nature is not a static backdrop, but a dynamic web of interwoven energies, a living fabric that responds to the touch of intention. Awakening to this spiritual truth is to learn the language of energy, to speak with intention and listen with receptivity. In the embrace of a gentle breeze, we can feel the caress of unseen hands, the touch of spirits that move through the unseen realms. Here, we come to know that the boundaries between the physical and the spiritual are porous, that the world of the senses is but a veil drawn over a deeper reality. To experience the deep unity of all life is to pierce that veil, to glimpse the luminous threads that connect all things. Beneath the sheltering boughs of an ancient oak, a seeker finds a sanctuary of stillness, a space where the mind can quiet and the heart can open. Here, in the hushed cathedral of nature, one learns the art of presence, of being fully here and now, attuned to the subtle nuances of the present moment. This allows the wisdom to recognize that the sacred is not confined to distant realms, but is woven into the fabric of every breath, every heartbeat. In the dance of sunlight and shadow, one witnesses the interplay of opposites, the eternal dance of yin and yang. We come to understand that duality is not a conflict to be resolved, but a dance to be embraced. And so, the seeker recognizes that to find harmony within the symphony of polarities is to recognize that light and dark are but facets of the same jewel. In the stillness of a moonlit night, one gazes upon the luminous orb that casts its silvery glow upon the world. We come to know that even in the darkest hours, there is light, a light that illuminates the hidden corners of the soul. To open your eyes to the interconnectedness of all things is to cultivate that inner radiance, to let it shine forth, dispelling the shadows that obscure the path. Among the wildflowers that carpet the forest floor, one finds a lesson in diversity, in the myriad forms and colors that coexist in harmonious profusion. We come to understand that each being, each element, has its place in the grand design. To see the world through a lens of oneness is to honor the unique essence of every being, to recognize the beauty in the tapestry of diversity. In the embrace of a babbling brook, one learns the language of flow, of surrendering to the currents of life. We come to understand that resistance is a futile endeavor, that true strength lies in yielding, in allowing the natural course to unfold. To tap into the universal consciousness is to become like water, adaptable and resilient, finding grace in the face of change. Beside a flickering fire, a seeker contemplates the transformative power of flames, the alchemical dance of destruction and creation. We come to know that from the ashes of the old, new life emerges. To awaken your true inner self is to embrace the fires of transformation, to trust in the process of rebirth, and to have faith that even in the midst of upheaval, there is a deeper purpose at work. In the presence of ancient crystals, the seeker encounters the echoes of ancestral wisdom, the resonance of ages long past. We realize that the wisdom of the land is not confined to the present moment, but stretches back through the mists of time. To connect with your divine essence is to tap into this ancestral lineage, to recognize that the seeker is but a vessel through which the wisdom of the ages may flow. Through the cycles of the moon, the seeker learns the rhythms of their own inner tides, the ebb and flow of emotions, of intuition, of inner knowing. One comes to understand that, like the moon, we too have our phases, our moments of illumination and of shadow. To achieve spiritual enlightenment is to honor the cyclical nature of the self, to embrace both the light and the dark. In the sheltering arms of a grove of ancient redwoods, the seeker feels the collective heartbeat of a living forest, a community of beings bound together in silent kinship. In the hush of a snow-covered meadow, the seeker encounters the profound beauty of stillness, the deep peace that comes with the blanketing embrace of winter. We come to know that even in the quietest moments, there is a vitality, a presence that transcends the absence of motion. In the presence of a windswept cliff, the seeker confronts the power of elemental forces, the relentless persistence of wind and sea. In the embrace of a gentle rain, the seeker feels the cleansing touch of nature's tears, the renewing power of water that washes away the dust of the world. We come to understand that surrender is not a sign of weakness, but a gateway to renewal and rebirth. Among the variety of forms and shapes present in nature, the seeker encounters a sacred geometry, a resonance that speaks to the ordered patterns that underlie creation. In the silent depths of a forest glade, where shadows dance and leaves whisper secrets, the seeker finds a temple where the heart can open and the soul can breathe. Here, in the hallowed halls of nature, the seeker comes to know that wisdom is not a distant shore, but a current that flows through every living thing. To awaken spiritual wisdom is to step into that current, to let it carry the seeker toward a deeper understanding of the self, of the world, and of the boundless mysteries that lie beyond.